The camera saw the visitor, but it never showed them leave. At first, it looked like one strange detail in an otherwise ordinary night. The case file starts in a quiet suburban block, where the timeline seemed simple until investigators compared the evidence against the clock. At 11:43 p.m., a doorbell camera captured one final visit to the house. That timestamp mattered because it created the first pressure point in the investigation. The person at the door never looked at the camera, but they knew exactly where to stand. Investigators treated that as the first sign that the person involved understood the location, the camera angles, and the routine. 7 minutes later, every light in the upstairs hallway turned on at once. That was when the case changed from a simple report into a full investigation. Detectives reconstructed the movements minute by minute, looking for what happened before the obvious moment, not after it. By morning, the phone was still charging, the keys were still on the counter, and the back door was open. The scene did not look chaotic. That was the problem. It looked controlled, almost arranged, like someone wanted investigators to follow one path. The only thing missing from the kitchen was a single frame photo from the wall. The evidence created three questions: who had access, who knew the timing, and who benefited from the confusion? When investigators checked the timeline again, the most important clue was not what appeared on camera, it was what disappeared from the record. One witness statement conflicted with the physical evidence, but only by a few minutes. In a case like this, a few minutes can change everything. The phone records, camera gaps, and small objects left behind all pointed to planning rather than panic. That made investigators focus less on strangers and more on someone who knew exactly how the night should look from the outside. The cleanest theory was not a random break-in. Someone close to the house knew the blind spot, knew the routine, and took the photo because it proved a connection. Status: unanswered. The most unsettling part is that the biggest clue was hiding in plain sight the entire time. If the timeline is right, then the critical move happened before anyone realized a crime had taken place. That is why this case still feels wrong. The evidence does not scream, it whispers. And once you notice the missing detail, the whole story turns in a different direction. Which clue would you follow first? The camera gap, the timeline, the object left behind, or the person who knew too much? Comment your theory. Subscribe to Crime Division for more case files.